Everyone in my family thinks I'm the villain in this story. About 10 years ago, I started a tech company from literally nothing. No investors. No rich relatives. No backup plan. Just me, a laptop, caffeine, and years of sleeping on my office floor while trying not to go bankrupt. I missed birthdays, relationships, vacations, everything. But eventually, somehow it worked. The company exploded. By the time I was 30, we had a real office, major clients, and a team I genuinely considered family. And then my sister came back. My younger sister, Sarah. Sarah had always been the favorite. Growing up, my parents treated her like she could do no wrong. If I got a 95, they'd ask why I didn't get 100. If Sarah got a 75, they'd frame it on the fridge like it was a Nobel Prize. So, when she graduated from this elite business school, my parents immediately started pressuring me. You need Sarah in the company. She's a visionary. She'll take your business to the next level. Against my better judgment, I agreed. At first, things were fine. She was charismatic, confident, knew all the corporate buzzwords. My employees loved her. Clients loved her. Even I started thinking maybe this could actually work. Then small things started happening. Meetings I wasn't invited to. Decisions being made without me. Employees suddenly saying things like, Sarah thinks we should go in a different direction. Not we. Not the company. Sarah. Then one of my senior managers accidentally forwarded me an email thread. That's when I realized what was happening. Sarah had been privately pitching herself to my leadership team as the future CEO of my company. My company. The one I built from scratch while she was still in college posting beach pictures and complaining about exams. But the worst part? My parents knew. Not only did they know, they were helping her. A week later, we had a family dinner at my parents' house. Everything seemed normal until my dad put down his fork and casually said, "We've been discussing the future of the business." And my stomach instantly dropped. My mom smiled at Sarah like she was being crowned queen. Then my dad says, "We think it's time you stepped aside and let Sarah lead the company." I genuinely thought it was a joke. I actually laughed. Until I realized nobody else was laughing. They were serious. My own family had spent months planning to push me out of the company I sacrificed a decade of my life for. Sarah hit me with, "Don't make this emotional. It's just business." That sentence changed something in me. I stopped arguing immediately. No yelling. No scene. No begging. I just smiled and said, "You're right. It's business." And from that moment on, I started planning my revenge. See, Sarah thought she understood the company because she walked into the shiny finished version. But she had no idea how the machine actually worked. I did. Over the next few months, I quietly began moving. I contacted our biggest clients privately. Every single one chose to stay with me. Then I approached my top employees, the people who actually kept the company running. Most of them agreed to leave too. I created a new company behind the scenes and transferred everything valuable I legally could. The contracts, the talent, the relationships. And I did it so quietly that Sarah and my parents had absolutely no clue. Then came the best day of my life. Sarah scheduled this huge meeting where she was apparently going to announce the new leadership structure. Before she could even start her little speech, I stood up and handed everyone my resignation letter. The room went silent. Then I said, "By the way, my new company launches Monday." You could literally see the color leave Sarah's face. My dad started panicking. My mom kept asking, "What do you mean new company?" And then the rail bomb dropped. Most of the senior staff had already resigned. Our biggest clients had already signed with me. And the old company? It was basically an empty shell. Then I dropped the line, "Don't make this emotional. It's just business." Sarah started screaming at me in the middle of the conference room, calling me selfish and manipulative, which was honestly hilarious considering they literally tried to steal my company first. Within a year, my new business was doing better than the original ever had. Meanwhile, the old company collapsed under Sarah's leadership. Turns out having an MBA doesn't magically teach you how to build something people actually believe in. I haven't spoken to my family in almost 2 years. Last I heard, Sarah still blames me for ruining her future. But personally, I think she ruined her own the second she forgot whose company it was.